Hi there, and welcome to Easy Optin. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to integrate Easy Optin with the List Magnet autoresponder. It's very, very simple. You log into the dashboard here. When you go to List Magnet, you'll see that you'll have your API keys here. You can create a new one or grab your existing one and you plug that into your admin panel. Now, what you need to do, you need to first of all go to the settings and go to Advanced. And when you scroll down, you'll have a lot of different options that you can integrate with, and one of them will be List Magnet. Okay, so you want to make sure you want to activate that, and you come down to down here, and you want to save your settings. Okay, please note that the script that you need for to put on the bottom of your website for your embeds or your pop-ups to show up. Once you're done there, you can go to your pop-ups. You'll see there's a lot of different pop-ups that I've created already. There's a library of opt-in forms. So you can just click on the opt-in template that you like. There's lots of different templates, and then you can just start editing it from there. But I'm going to do this from scratch because if you know how to do it from scratch, and you can edit them as well at ease. Okay. It also has side tabs that you can add to your website and so forth. Now this is for inline and pop-up. And so it works for both the inline embed for opt-ins and also for pop-ups. So I'm going to create a new one. I'm going to call this a demo. Create new. And you'll see here that the first thing that it does, I'm going to just stretch this out a little bit so that you can see the whole thing here. The first thing that it does, it shows you the canvas right here. And so if I were to start adding elements to this right here, the background would be transparent. So if I start adding a lot of different elements here, if I start adding an image or what have you, this section here would be transparent. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start from scratch, and I'm going to create something here, and I'm going to create a opt-in form. I'm going to first of all create it says rectangular image, and you can add a lot of different things here. And I'm going to stretch this out. I'm going to right click, go to properties, and you'll see that I'm just going to main background. So I'm going to make this a color, okay? And you can put the size of it. I'm going to put the width at say 800 and the height to say 600. It's going to be a larger one, okay? And you can have it animate. So if I want it to have this whole background fade in or bounce up or bounce in or whatever, I can do that, as well as the duration. So you can set the duration of it as well, and also when it disappears as well, you can do that. So I'll do that later. So now that's the main background. You can change the style of it here. You can have an image. So I can put an image in there as a background, or else I can just keep it as a color. Okay, I'm going to keep it as a color. And I'm going to choose, let's see here, maybe a lighter blue. Okay, that's for the border. And I'm going to have the main color change that to a light blue here, maybe something like that. Okay, how's that? Okay, that's the main color. Here's the border. Now there's the border. I'm going to put that maybe a little bit darker. And I'm going to put the border, the width, to be, let's see here, a big width. Okay, it's going to be solid. So here's the border. And I'm going to make that, let's see, a radius. I'm going to put a big radius, so it's a little bit, so it's got rounded corners, okay, on the radius. And a little bit of a shadow. Okay, a little bit of a shadow on there. Great. I can change the color of the shadow and so forth. Okay, maybe make that a little bit lighter. There we go. Okay, so that's the, so if I save that, so it's saved, and if I were to go to my pop-ups, and if I can view this, I can click on view. So that's what it looks like right now. So just a plain canvas with a border on it. Okay, so I'm going to edit this once again. I'm going to go back to edit. Okay, so let me stretch this out a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Come back a little bit more there. Okay. So I'm going to come and I'm going to add some elements to it here. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add some text, and I can do, it says HTML text. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to drag that over here. Maybe just shrink that a little bit here. I'm going to here, and I'm going to click on this. I'm going to change that to a title. Okay, and you can put any HTML in here that you want. I'm going to put subscribe for free bonus. Okay, there we go. And so here you can change the colors and so forth, and you can have this title fade in and zoom in and slide in and so forth. And I'm going to change the style of it. This is where you have the colors and so forth. You can change the font. Okay, and you can do all kinds of cool stuff. There's a font, and I'm going to change the color of it to say white for right now. And I'm going to change the size of it to say 40. Okay, and I can move this out a little bit more. You can see here that I can drag it around here. So it's a candle, so you can drag it around. And I'm going to just move this up a little bit. There you go. Subscribe for free bonus. I'm going to center it here. And maybe make the pixel a little bit bigger. Let's see, 48. There we go. There we go. And put that over there. There. That's looking a little bit better. Free bonus. And so now I'm going to come and I'm going to get out of there. Now I'm going to add another one. And I'm going to come and I'm going to enter your name and email address, and you'll get a free sign up bonus delivered to your inbox. Okay, so that's the next one here. I'm going to move that over here, and I'm going to shake that up a little bit, and I'm going to change the style here. So I'm going to go to style. I'm going to change the color to a little bit gray. I'm going to make it italic. I'm going to make it a little bit larger, maybe a 20 font, and I'm going to center it. Okay, maybe I'll stretch it out a little bit. There we go. There we go. That should be good right there. Okay, and I can maybe we can change that to yellow if I want. The color. There we go. And yeah, so that should be good there. That's two of them. So now I'm going to put the input boxes down below that. Okay, and so how do you do this? So you come down to the you come to here. So let me come down below. There. So let's move this. Like this playing here with my camera as well here. So let me move this along here. Here we go. So now we got the input boxes. I'm going to put them right here. So the first one is going to be the name. So you can come down here. It says text or email. And also there's another one here. This is for example, if you want to have somebody make comments. So the first one is going to be the name. I'm going to put that right there. Enter your value. And I'm going to come here and I'm going to click on the text. And I'm going to change that to name. Okay. And position. I'm going to put enter your name. Okay, just like that. Enter your name. Autocomplete. Just leave that as is, or you can change that to name. Okay, first name, name. There you go. And I'm going to come here, style it. You know, those that configuration style, go to settings, style tab, and inputs. And I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to leave that as is. Input icon, I can change that right here. I'm going to put it as a this guy right there. There's an input icon. And yeah, so that's it right there. And now I'm going to come and I'm going to do an email. Okay, I'm going to put that right there. Maybe I'll make them a little bit bigger. There you go. Make these input boxes a little bit bigger. And I'm going to come here and I'm going to edit this. I'm just going to say enter your email. Okay, there we go. So that's good right there. It already has the icon in there automatically. And if you want to add a phone number, you just add another text and use the phone number placeholder. So that's it there. So now I'm going to add a button. So you come down here and it says button. Add a button. Maybe I was going to move this up a little bit. There you go. Button. I'm going to come here. I'm going to make this. Maybe I'll make it the same size as input fields. There we go. There we go. And you click on the button. And you can change this, subscribe. You can change it to any text that you want. There you go. And sending label, you just leave that as is. Style. Once again, you can change the colors, the backgrounds, and so forth. We're going to change the styles in the style tab right here. So we're going to leave that as is right here. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to click there and I'm going to click on, let's see, move this around a little bit. I'm going to click on save. Okay, so that's saved. So this is the settings button right here. So I want to go to settings. And you'll see that a lot of different input fields here. I can see the, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a generate here, cross-domain calls. I'm going to click on cross-domain. So I'm going to put it on a different website, this pop-in, than what it's installed on, this software here. I'm going to primary fields. There's going to be email address, and then another primary is a name. Okay. And you want to go to style, and this is where you style the input. So it's going to pop up in the center of the website, or you can go where you want it to pop up at. Enable overlay. Animation is going to fade in. And text style, font family. I can change the text file that I want. Maybe I'll change Vernata. Okay. The color. So that's the global. Okay. So now I'm going to go to the input fields. And input field family, you can change this to anything that you want here. And I'm going to let's go to Arial. That's fine. And you can change the input fields, the text, wherever it's going to be. I'm going to leave this as is, or the color. You can change the background of the input field. You can have it as an image or a color, what you want. You can change a color and so forth. You can add a shadow to the input field and a border. It's at 1 pixel. Now for the border, I'm going to, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have it so that there's a bottom border only. So I'm going to unselect those. I'm going to select the bottom only. I'm going to change the color to, say something red, just to show you, okay? And it's going to be 2 pixels wide. So there's going to be a bottom border on the input field, and it's going to be red, bottom only. If I were to select all of them, it's going to go around the whole thing, okay? So it's just on the bottom. And checkbox review, I'll leave that as radio button. So, and there, that's the input field. Now the button, once again, button text, I'm going to change that to Arial. Size is 15. The text color is white. Background, you can have an image for background or color. Okay, so I'm going to change the color to something, say, green. Okay, there we go. And I can put a radius around it. Say I want to have a 10 radius, so it has corners are rounded, and don't have a border on there. I'm going to put a border on there as well, or maybe I'll put no radius on there, and I'll put another red. Okay, so there's going to be a red on the button as well. And yeah, I can put as well, I can have it on the hover, and active, and so forth. Okay, so I'm just going to leave the buttons like that as is. So I'm going to click save. There. So there's the red, the red borders around the whole thing on the button. So I'm going to change that. But you'll see that there's a red border on the input field just on the bottom. So I'm going to go back on the button and the style on the button. And you'll see here I need to unselect two of them and save it. Okay, save that. There. So now there's just a red on the bottom. So if I were to save that, and if I were to go to the pop-ups, and if I were to give you a little demo preview, there's right there. Okay, this is looking pretty good. All right. So let me come back. I'm just going to edit it once again. And I'm going to put some more text down below. And the text is going to be right here. And it's going to be, let's put that right there. And the text is going to be privacy. I'm just going to put, we do not share information is not shared. Okay, and there is right there. And style, I'm going to make a little bit of white or right there. And the font is going to be maybe 14. It's going to be italic. There, maybe a little bit 14. There. Maybe 13, a little bit smaller. There. Okay, and I'll just put that right there. Perfect. Okay. And from there, we're going to go back to the settings. Okay, you'll see that there's a confirmation. I can add a confirmation, but the default is going to be, the default confirmation is going to be this page. This is the opt-in page. There's also a confirmation. So say thank you, we will contact you soon, and I can just edit that right here. Okay, whatever I want. That's the default. Now I can add custom. Confirmations. So if I go over here and I click on confirmations, I can add it to display a confirmation page. I can have it redirect to a URL once they opt in. I can display the confirmation page, and after a few seconds, request a payment to PayPal or Stripe or whatever. Have it redirect to a URL or just request payment only, and display another pop-up. So I can do all kinds of stuff. Okay. And I'm just gonna, if there's nothing there, the default one's gonna show up. You can have a double opt-in, and you can enable that, and you can have it as a recipient to their email address. Click on there, and you can put the subject in there and customize this and so forth. Okay. And for notifications, you can add notifications. So this is the email that they will receive, but I'm going to link this to my autoresponder, but this has an email system as well. And here's the integrations. Okay, so you need to click on List Magnate, and it's enabled. So we'll execute after successful after it's successful information. You need to go to List Magnate and get the API URL, public key and secret key, and list ID. So I'm going to go to my List Magnate. I'm going to grab the public key right there. I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to grab the private key right there. I'm going to grab click on this little info, and that's the API URL right there. There, and once that's in there, I can come here and this will auto-populate with all my lists. I'm going to grab my List Magnate list, and I'm going to load the fields. And you can see here for the email, I'm going to put the email address that we created, and for the first name, I'm going to put name, and that's it. Okay, I'm going to save it. Great. So now I'm going to click on Save. Okay, so that is now saved. I'm going to click on my pop-ups. I'm going to test this out now. So here, I'm going to go to my list now. to my, I'm going to go to my lists. So let me go to my lists. I'm going to go down to my list magnet. Here's my list magnet list. This is a test list. It's got 5 subscribers. Okay. And so there's going to be, so there's 5 in there right now, and there's going to be another one added. So let me put, let me go to the pop-ups. I'm going to go to the test right there. So there it is right there. Okay. Oh, it's kind of a little bit too much space right there. So I'm going to go back. I'm just going to change it a little bit. It's got a little bit too much space, don't you think? So I'm just going to move that up a little bit. There you go. Move that up. There we go. There. Save that. Here, just going to refresh that. There. So I'm going to put my name, Mark DeLise. I'm going to put my email address. And I'm going to subscribe. Okay, great. So let's go to List Magnet. And there's nothing there right now, but I'm going to click on another one. I'm going to refresh. See that? So there's my markdelise.com. It's just added. All right. So if I were to go back, you see now there's 6. Okay. So that's how easy it is. And you can follow up with your autoresponder, and it creates really nice forms and on automatic. And that's how easy it is to add input fields. I showed you from scratch. And now you can go to your library and import, and now you know how to edit and do all kinds of stuff. Okay, so it's really, really cool, and you can add as many as you want. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to embed it onto your site. And all you got to do is, instead of going to edit, make sure it's activated. But you click on this little icon for the code, and you simply just put this script, if you want it to be on load. So if you want it to be a pop-up, you put that somewhere on your site. And if you want it to be inline, you put that somewhere in your HTML, and it'll be inline pop-up form and so forth. Okay, so I'll show you that in another video. Thank you.